Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to teach you a card control that I independently came up with several years ago. Now I say independently created because it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I found out the main move of this sequence belongs to Ed Marlowe, which I first read in Derek Dingle's book, The Complete Works of Derek Dingle. The sleight that I'm talking about is called the reverse drop sleight, and it's a pretty interesting move, and I think you'll like it a lot, so let's get into it. Sorry in advance if my voice sounds weird. I'm having a little bit of a head cold, so be warned for that. I take no sick days. I do this for you guys. Okay, now, let's get into it. Alright, so here is what Swift Shift looks like. So a card can be chosen. Let's say we go with the Queen of Hearts, this time not the Queen, right around the center, but more cards can be added onto it. So just a quick snap, the card jumps to the top of the deck. Okay, so as I was saying in that introduction, the main move, what's happening here is Ed Marlowe's reverse drop sleight. Now, just to give you a comparison, the normal drop sleight or the tip over change, sometimes they are referred to both, looks like this. So maybe we have the eight of diamonds in this case, right around there, and of course it's switched for a different card, in this case the two of hearts. Now, what's happening there is that you're literally dropping a card on it, hence the name the drop sleight, right, or the drop switch. So as you go to turn a card over, in the action of turning it back over, you release a card maybe with a thumb break right on top of it like this, so you can switch it for a different card like this. So the reverse drop sleight is literally opposite of that drop sleight. So what's going to happen now is, this is just a brief overview, as you go to turn it back over, it's just added to the bottom of this upper packet here. So instead of dropping a card on there, you're adding a card on to there. So in this case, we'll be like this, and then as you go to turn it back over, it's just simply added to that upper packet. So here's the whole sequence and how to do it. So what you're gonna do is as you go to dribble the cards, you want to hold the deck. Normally you'd hold it like this for a dribble, maybe about just a normal biddle grip, right? But in this case, you want to shift your hand. In my case, to the left. But of course, if you're right-handed, you want to shift your hand to the right there. So you're just holding on to pretty much these two corners of the deck, and that's going to facilitate an important detail of this move here in a moment. So you hold the deck like this, as we discussed, and you dribble the cards, ask somebody to say stop or whatever, and then you turn a card over like this. Now, you're going to turn it back over by levering it back down with this packet. That's all that is the turning over the card both times is just levering it face up like this and face down with this upper packet like this. Now, for the reverse drop sleight, like we already talked about, you're going to simply use the knuckle of your thumb here, right here, this ball of your thumb here, to simply pin it to the bottom of this upper packet here. So you're like this, and then you simply just keep your thumb in there as it goes to turn face down like this. That way it can be pinned just like this to the bottom of this upper packet like this. Now you'll notice something occurring as you do this. You can see that the card naturally wants to be side jogged, which is very important for the move, and you need that side jog for this move that's about to happen just now. But first, let's talk about what the other thumb is doing. As for a convincer, you're going to make it look like you out-jog the card like this. So in the same action, as you're turning it down, your thumb's already there, so when you do this, just simply do that out-jogging in X card, okay? So that's the real card there. It happens at the same time, so you're like this. Turn it face up, and then turn it face down, just like this. The same moment that happens, that thumb just kicks out a different card right there. Now, to get the card on top, you're going to tell the audience, or you say, that you'll put more cards or bury it deeper in the deck, which is not true, but this action sort of justifies, or what you're saying justifies your actions. So you're like this, right? And when you go to do the switch, you're in this position where it's side jog. Now check this out. All we do here is begin swing cutting packets on top of this outjogged X card, okay? So you're like this, begin swing cutting small packets like this, saying that you'll put more cards on top of it, which makes no sense, but it, to the audience's brain, it doesn't make sense, right? So you're like this, just keep swing cutting until you just have that one card left, like this. And because of the side jog, it's very easy to just hold on to that one card at the very end. And at this point, it's sort of like a bluff handling, right? They're gonna presume that this is more cards, and in fact, it's just one card, the selection, and that's enhanced by sort of doing this little slidey thing like this as you push that in, and the card is on top. So once again, I'll try to get like a vertical view here. You're like this, Ace of Hearts. Now, as you go to turn it back down, you're just like this. Begin swing cutting those packets like this. At the very end, you're just having one card like this. And that is the move, guys. That is the swift shift. Now, angles are very important, so your Biddle Grip hand is the shade hand, which the back of it wants to face the audience, okay? So obviously from this view, it's not going to look very good, right? It's going to become pretty obvious what's happening. So the angles in this case, you want to shift your body so your dominant hand, or your dominant hand, back of your Biddle Grip hand is facing the audience. In this angle, it's completely invisible, so 3 of diamonds like this. Cut more cards on top of it like this. Boom, it's on top. Now I do have another version of this move that I came up with years later after the Swift Shift that I called Makeshift, that comes out of my book Beyond Fantasy, which looks like this if you'd like to see it. So we take a card, like the 5 of diamonds there, and in fact we'll put it deeper in the deck like this, even deeper down, and it's of course back on top. So this is the same handling, or it's the same reverse drop sleight, but a little bit different thing is happening here. Alright, so in this case we're like this, we'll take the 2 of clubs in this case, we do the move like normal to get that out jog. Now, we still have that side jog here, so what we're going to do is simply sort of pop this up, and you want to sort of lift up about half these cards and put this card in there, and as you're moving forward this way, all that's going to happen is that you're going to place this side jogged card on top of the lower packet like this. Simply drop that on like this as you move these to the top, right? So now it's on top. So once again, from a vertical view, we're like this. We do the drop sleight like this. We go to lift these up, put that in there. As we come over here, we just put that card right on top of that packet as we do that cutting move, and that is the makeshift. One more time at full speed. We're like this. The 5 of clubs. We go to put that there. Put it even deeper. Boom, 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 boom. It's on top. One more exposed view angle here. We're like this. And the reason why this side jog move is so good is because when you go to like put it here, you're moving this all the way here, so that sort of like it's going to be aligned on top of this lower packet here like this. So really just got to clamp this down with your fingers, and you can simply just move this to the table if you want now, like this, and that's the makeshift. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video. It truly does mean the world to me. And so if you learned something new and if you got value from this video, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.